This is the Negro Ninja. And today I just want to say that you cannot just train at any martial arts school or gym. You cannot just allow anyone to train or coach you. It don't work that way. You know, I learned this when I tried to get into Kyokushin because everybody was doing it on K1 and I saw Jen from Tekken 4 do it. Now, I think it's funny because Jen's story is opposite of mine of why he did Kyokushin. Okay, so he stuck with Kyokushin and my ass said, fuck Kyokushin. If it was real life, Jen would have said, fuck it, you know, I'm going to stick to Mishima style. Yeah, I'm beefing with my daddy and granddaddy, but this style of karate is just superior. Even Kazuya Mishima, who was thrown off a cliff by his daddy and into a volcano by his daddy, then dropped the Mishima style, which proves to me that Kazuya got more sense than his son. Okay, Jen's dumb ass stayed doing the rigid karate. Okay, opposite of what I was doing. I'm telling you, did the American stuff. I'm like, oh, this American stuff ain't real. This ain't real karate. It's taught by Americans. Listening to what everybody who's hating ass had something to say. And I was like, nah, them niggas, you know, they did the regular karate first and they just perfected it. I'm going back to this shit here. All right. So basically, you know, when I realized, no, wait, let me tell you the story. So I just went there. I was like, okay, I see these niggas on, you know, this Roswell Kyokushin school on a video or whatever, because I decided to check them out after I saw the karate school. And I see the, you know, the students, they fairly mediocre, and then the teachers mediocre, so this can't possibly be good. And I said, well, fuck it, what can they really teach me? Well, it's not about being taught. I'm just there to train. I just need to get back into fighting shape. I just want to train. And my intentions was just to go in there and be like, oh, so y'all do this? I heard that they do this in K1 and all this type of stuff. Y'all got connects? How does that work? They lying to me talking about they do. Well, we know Psycho Shihan, he got connects, but he only got tournament connects. He ain't got no real fighting connections. He wasn't thinking about none of that shit. They wanted me to do tournaments, you know. So, you know, I go in there with just the mindset to do my very best. You know, be the very best that I could be, just like you're supposed to in whatever you do. But like I said, that's not how it works. Now, several factors fuck this up, okay? They are mediocre. The best people in the class are the teachers and they mediocre. Nothing to write home about, okay? Like when you fighting some real good martial artists, it's like dealing with psychics. They didn't have that about them. They can be touched very easily, you know. Even me at 4 months of training was on that psychic shit too, where I could just, you know, and I can still do it now. Okay, they couldn't even do that type of stuff. Okay, and that's not something that everybody can really do. It takes skill. You know, I ain't knocking people that's not amazing, but it's just the fact that how people will treat you because they're not amazing. And that's not to say that people that are amazing at what they do will not do the same fuck shit. But that's another topic. But you most likely gonna get that type of treatment from weaklings. You do not allow weaklings to train you. And here's another reason why you cannot just go to any dojo, gym, or allow anyone to, or just simply anyone to coach you. Y'all have to make sure that y'all are on the same page. You got to share similar beliefs about street fighting. Should you street fight? They used to have this saying at that dumbass school, the best way to win a fight is not to be there. Now, you tell a Negro like me some shit like that, I'm going to think you're a coward. And that's essentially some coward shit. I'm look at this pelican. A nigga cool as shit. Okay. You're probably going to fly off when I put the camera on him. But, you know, a real Negro don't want to hear no little coward shit like that. Okay. The best way to win a fight is to beat somebody's ass by being on top of your game. Outdoing the person, outclassing the person. No, he didn't fly, but he knows it. Okay, you want to outclass the person. I could do a lot of videos just shitting on their logic alone, though, but let me try to keep it going. Okay. Anytime I brought up what about this scenario here, oh, just run away or something. They didn't really say run away, but they were just saying something stupid. Just don't put yourself in that situation where you have to go through it. I'm like, somebody could run up on me right now and I would have to whoop their ass. Ain't nobody even around. I'm minding my own business. But what if somebody wanted to be tough and just test their luck? You got to be ready for that shit. And even if you ain't ready, you got to just pull out the arsenal that you remember and just, you got to do them in. You got to go with your instincts. You can't, I shouldn't have been right here walking around. I didn't know that person was going to be a dick and try me. That's not how life works. So that's already something that, if they coming at you, like, why use martial arts? And they teach martial arts for a living, something ain't right about that picture. Something ain't right about that picture. You also have to be trained and go to school, a dojo, where people actually like you, where people actually respect you. Because when people respect you as a Negro, they have better fruits to bear, they bear better fruits towards you. Can you picture somebody that don't like you trying to cook you some shit? It's going to show in their cooking. You don't want to digest it. Okay. Even if your family members who love you had a bad day because somebody in the goddamn family pissed them off, the cooking's going to be bad because they probably ain't really doing it to get at the person, but what the fuck they going through, it's just affecting their type of energy to where they ain't going to put that type of effort into it. Now, this is deep in his own right here. Okay. Because this is food that somebody is feeding you that you don't want. Now, for somebody, okay, now going back to what I just said earlier, if they don't respect you, they're not going to really bear sweet fruits. The fruit is going to be bitter because they some bitter ass niggas. Now think about why that person in your family that usually cooks very well, who had an argument with sister, brother, auntie, or whatever, why they cooking for everybody just made poor food at that particular moment. Because they're not good in that moment. So imagine people like that, that's just bad like that to the core. They're just not happy with themselves as niggas. Okay. Just low self-esteem, just jealous. And that's basically what they're just going to feed you, just bitterness 24/7. No matter how they try to dress it up, they being nice, everything is bitter. You don't want that. And your trainer's going to suffer even if you are diligent. Okay? You don't have time to be fighting people when you're trying to train. Fighting people while you're trying to train. Even when you're sparring people, you ain't really fighting. You're just trying to learn from them. You're trying to learn more about what you do in your own, way of doing things by how they come at you. You're not finna get none of that with stupid, bitter motherfuckers like, what I'm describing. When people respect you, they feed you better. They cook better. Okay? Never eat from people that don't respect you. All right? And this is where it gets tricky right here. You don't necessarily have to be trained by world champions or people with the most amazing kicks. They just have to know how to do it right. You know what I mean? Because you'll be surprised. People that taught me how to kick don't even kick nowhere near on the same level as I do. But their teachers made me great. Okay, they can be able to look at what I'm doing and say, hold up, you need to tweak this a little bit more. They have to be able to offer constructive criticism. Okay, now, even if the teacher can't do what you do, that respect, I can respect that you're so flexible. You can do this. Genuine respect and love for whatever the hell you're doing, and they want to see you get better at it. I'm telling you, that respect goes a long way. You will never get that type of training with people that slick hating on you and stuff and just not feeling good about themselves. You cannot just train at any dojo. You cannot just allow anyone to coach you. I think I was talking about something like this on my Negro Ninja YouTube page. Well, I think the video is called Never Take Criticisms or Critiques from People That Don't Like You. They just never had nothing good for you. Okay, because the truth is, applying that to this video once again, remember the story that I just said right here. Instead of them teach you how to get better, they're going to flat out try to teach you how to get worse. So say, for instance, I'm coming to a new style and I'm experienced in martial arts already. So, being a beginner at that style, the teacher's such a hater that he wanted me to punch and kick like a beginner. Oh, I know you can do the crescent kick. You know how to snap it, but I want you to do it like a beginner. Well, you're this belt. You're supposed to train like a beginner, even though you got like, high degrees in that you rank in other styles and stuff. I'm like, this don't make any sense. Why not just do this with my own understanding? I'm like, because all karate is more or less the same, but just a little minor tweak. Except that they dumbass is doing it in an inferior way anyway. No, no, no. And he wanted me to do things like how he did when he first started. Like, for instance, when you punching someone, you got, like, pretend that my hand's standing out as a punch. You're supposed to have this guarded right here. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm just doing it natural. Now you have actual beginners in the class doing it, and it's just something you're going to do. No, I want you to put your hand right here. I said, what? Do it the beginner's way. When I started doing this, I used to do it like, I said, that don't even make any sense. I'm the teacher. Well, just do it. You're not supposed to argue, more or less saying stuff like that. And if another sensei come at you, just say oos. Because there was 3 senseis that was ain't about shit in that class. And fuck y'all if y'all watching. Okay. So, basically, they used to just give me a hard time for doing shit the correct way. This is the type of stuff I was dealing with. Many people can't even comprehend what I'm saying. Like, this type of gaslighting is on another level. Okay. Yeah, you know how to do this, but do it my way. And then the other teachers to come at me, why are you doing it like that? Trying to basically embarrass me because I excel, or, just got the shit better than he could when he first did it. I'm like, how did you suck that bad when you first did it? Maybe that explains why you're so mediocre doing it for 11 years. You cannot just go somewhere and train just because it's something you want to do. It don't work that way. Oh, it's karate. I like karate. Or karate I'm interested in. No. Because you're not going there for a focus. You're going there to interact with people. And regardless of how you interact, it don't mean nothing if they're not responding to you the correct way. You cannot be with your enemies. So the main point of this is, motherfuckers might be your enemies. You want to try to train with them. You can never allow your enemies to teach you nothing. You cannot even allow your enemies to teach you nothing. They're just always trying to sabotage. Okay, and aside from the style just being pathetic in its own right, I remember I went back to my original karate teacher from Yugoslavia, a nigga cool as shit. Went to the park with him, and then, he was like, yeah, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Let's go and practice a little bit. My defense was terrible. I got it back, though. All it took was just me just disregarding the bullshit that they taught me at Kyokushin. He said, what? You never, because like if you holding the pad, punching it, your teacher might be hardcore just to see if you're on your P's and Q's and throw a punch at your chin. I didn't really get hit clean, but he almost it kind of touched me a little bit. He was like, what? This never used to happen. What the hell? So that shit, so you can really decrease in skill level by fucking with people you shouldn't be fucking with. Okay. And the funny thing is, I actually knew better, even still then, but I had to unlearn, like how Jin Kazama unlearned Mishima style. I had to unlearn that dumb shit and just go back to my old ways in the heartbeat, like, because you know how easy it is to just dodge punches easily? But that's just me, though. Just something as simple as holding you. Like, if you just got your hands up, it's harder to hit you. Okay. But the funny thing about this is, I had my hands up, but doing Kyokushin, they don't really train by, having punches fly at your face. You only got to dodge the kicks at head level. But the truth is, who gives a fuck about a kick? You can see a kick coming from a mile away. So that's terrible. You want to be up against people that's trying to knock your head off with their hands. I used to fight boxers that used to connect, like, cause a boxer hits, they punch faster than your typical person because that's all they do. So they speed is, So if you can just do that to boxers' hands, you good. And that's what I used to do. So that right there is already just fucking up before they even started trying to gaslight. It's a step back. Why would you train and styles that does not allow people to punch in the face. It's just stupid. Just take out 90% of the instinct about fighting. You want to be able, like this is why I recommend, and if you don't want to get hit in the face, just wear a helmet with the guard thing, because they try to make it seem like that's soft. But if somebody even touch that guard thing right here, it's gonna piss you off. Like, you don't want nothing in your face like that. And that trains your mind to handle pressure and stress better, because the goal is to respond to that type of stuff without berserking on somebody. You want to respond while still thinking about what you're going to do, or at least attacking rationally. You defend yourself rationally without, doing something stupid. Being able to stay as calm as you can despite the adrenaline rush. Okay, a lot of people do not know that shit. Okay. See what else I got to add here. I can do a whole series just about this story alone. I got a lot of shit. People will not believe half the shit. You have to train with people that actually like you, that have the same mindset. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay. Birds of a feather flock together. And if birds ain't flocking together, they fight usually, from what I see, like birds of prey trying to attack other birds of prey, or just other birds in general. Just that simple. Shoot, the lions, why would lions hang around hyenas? That's what them niggas was. And the reality is, if you are somebody that can relate to what I'm saying, and you actually, a prodigy or good or whatever, your average nigga is going to be a hyena talking to you. You don't know who you talking to, because you talk to people or just stretch your stuff like you're supposed to. You're just expressing yourself as a Negro, and they're just going to get jealous of you. Okay? Just the concept of idiots being in high positions, that's what you got to deal with. So you got to make sure you're at least around people that's on the same path, with how they think, the way they feel about martial arts. Okay. The whole topic about the respect thing deserves its own video. Okay. All right, this is getting long though. I might end it at 20 minutes. Let's see what else I got here. But all the time you could be spending building yourself, it's going to be time spent building up what they're trying to knock down, with all that gaslighting. Okay. Doing something as simple as jabbing in the most efficient way for your body is going to be met with arguments. Why are you doing it that way? Yeah, you experience, like, you be punching, if you're doing any type of fighting or something, and you season, you just going to know how your body works. You're going to know what works best. You're going to know which way to punch, and able to anticipate what somebody else might do. They might be too stupid to understand what you're doing and try to tell you to do it in an inferior way. And it might not be necessarily gaslighting in that scenario, but the effect is even worse, because they really think they're right. You can't tell them nothing. So never allow people, if you don't, if you're not really impressed with what somebody's doing, okay, never allow them to train you. It's that simple. They're not going to have nothing for you but bullshit. It's that simple. That's why a lot of schools, like if you go in to chill and see how a karate school or whatever gets down, guess what they'll try to do half the time? They'll try to sell you. I'm like, nigga, just let me chill. Some people got the decency to just say, okay, you can just watch. And they'll just let you watch as long as they don't try to sell you. But their goal is to distract you from the fact that they ain't about shit. They don't want you really looking at what they're doing, because they ultimately ain't even confident in what they're doing. They just want you there, because when you're doing, you're not thinking. So that's the first sign not to go to a motherfucker. Let me enjoy what y'all doing. Let me study what y'all doing before you try to sell. Yeah, sure, they there to make money. Okay, try to get me, but just if I say, let me just watch, you just let somebody watch. But you will see that they'll even try to slick escort you out when you're not trying to join at that moment. Get the fuck up out of there, don't come back. Or if they allow you to do it, allow you to watch, and then try to act all dry and stuff, get the fuck away. Probably should, if they don't want to have conversations, and this is bad, like I said, if you the shit, you really don't want to have conversations with people anyway, because it's gonna lead to an argument. But if you really want to test where their mind is at, I would say talk to them a little bit, and see what their mind is about. But even then, they can still talk a bit game, because it's so easy to mimic Bruce Lee philosophy. I don't even agree with half the shit Bruce Lee say. I can challenge a lot of shit he say, but you got so many books around here and stuff, so people they know how to sound good, but does what they say match what the hell you just saw them do? All right, so I'm about to end this. Once I find some light, I'm gonna end it. But this shit here is crazy, man. This can even mean life or death, because they could be trying to do stuff that gets you killed while you training with them. But like I said, I got a lot to say. It could be a whole series, though. But anyway, this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.